Hey! This is Notser, and this is Untitled. This week we'll be discussing 0.5.13, alternative content for the YouTube channel and Twitch, and then finally, streaming. What I've been doing with the stream. So, 0.5.13, it's coming out soon. The public test server was a success. I don't expect them to push it back. It's going to be bringing Rendezvous, which is a mid-tier map with a lot of islands. Boy, am I going to run into so many islands. It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Just let it happen. Hopefully you'll enjoy that when it happens, and hopefully it won't cost my team the game. 0.5.13 will also be bringing containers. And the container system is basically a loot box. It's a random element of reward. And the whole idea is that, RNG, if there's a chance, so you're telling me there's a chance, that you will get a reward that is greater than what you would normally receive, a person is more likely to do it again. And this is true. A lot of games do it. I'm a little worried that this is just some sort of system to get people to want to have or feel guilty that they have to play more. Maybe that next one is going to get them exactly what they want. And yeah, I am not a gambler. I do not gamble. I know my luck. My luck is garbage. My luck is exactly what you saw in those containers when I opened them up. 15 flags. Whew. Gotta hold back. Wouldn't want the game and the developers to ban you because you're just getting so many rewards that they didn't expect. 15 flags. Whew. But that's coming, whether we like it or not. It is replacing daily missions. It's unfortunate. I'm probably just going to stick with the credits or consumables as my reward because I just need to protect myself. But I am excited for it. The UI changes are great. They're more snappy. They definitely feel like the UI is more responsive, and being on a stream and just waiting on the UI sucks. Because you know, people are like, come on, this is so boring. I try and keep the tempo up on stream. I don't take breaks, very rarely, only during load times or something like that. That's me, that's my goal. That's what I try and do. So, 0.5.13, it's basically just a quality of life, which is fine. The cruisers, the British cruisers, not gonna make it. The Japanese destroyers, not gonna make it. And why aren't they gonna make it? Well, I don't think they're ready. I have not seen any of them, other than the premium Belfast. I am excited for that, but because you haven't tested anything else, it's just not gonna make October. I'm just telling you right now, if a community contributor is not actively touching something with, 2-3 weeks left in October, you're not going to see it. There's no way, and I'm not. I don't have any hands-on to the British cruisers since the changes that they put in. They gave it to us, and they took it right back. I have not touched the Japanese destroyers. I would love to. You know me, destroyers are my jam. I just can't get enough of it. So, November at the earliest. Maybe even December. It's going to be a while. It's going to feel like a while for me too, and this is the transitioning to alternative content. I have noticed a drop in viewership. Now, I don't believe that I have done anything to cause this. I think I'm just playing a game with a small population. And there's not enough new to that game. I've worked my way up all of the lines. I have shared my opinion on most of the ships in the entire game. And I really enjoy the content. I love the game. I will not change the content. I've got to add more content work in order to protect myself, the channel, the Twitch stream. All of this has to just be additive. I can't subtract anything. So, you know what's going to suffer? My life. My life is going to suffer, but you know what? Everyone has to do their work. I'm sure plenty of you are going to your job because of your family or whatever, and no other reason, right? And that's, that's noble, I think. I think it's noble to care about something greater than you, and that's basically the same situation for me. I have to make this work. It has to grow. I can't just be a minimum wage employee at my own job. I want success. I want people to enjoy my content. I feel like there's value there in teaching people and having some humor. Maybe I should be a little bit more humorous. But honestly, I don't watch enough TV, music, movies, relevant content to be humorous. My relevant content, and I'm doing air quotes, is like Star Wars, Indiana Jones. That's about it. I'm just not into that stuff. I'm a nerd, okay? I'm a geek. And I like it. I like history too. That's another geeky, nerdy thing. You don't see a lot of people advertising that they love history that much. Most people I see, and I'm in a dating age, okay? I'm not married. You go on these websites or you meet people and they're like, I like music and movies and eating. Really? What a unique specimen you are. You just represent a complete diamond in the rough. It's like, I've never heard of a person who likes movies or music, even eats. That's unheard of. Most people are boring. Let's face it. Most people are absolutely boring about what they like. I don't like that stuff, okay? I like to go to battlefields. I like to check out armor, ships. I like to go to Comic-Con stuff. I like that. That's me. So, I'm not going to be good at humor. I don't know what's relevant. I don't like making jokes about people I don't know. I just can't do that. I can't do that. So, the content is probably going to be teaching. It's probably going to be instructional, improving your lifestyle. And that's not bad. I would say most of YouTube is some sort of teaching element. Now, it could be a really casual element, like, what does this look like smashed? But that's still teaching you what that material looks like when it's smashed, right? There's still value in that. And there is entertainment in that. So I am seeking some outlet where I can teach people how something works. In a video game, probably. Have some humor along with it. I don't know if I would want to, but I am willing to show myself play a horror game. Although I am a giant scaredy cat when it comes to horror. Although I do have this weird element about me. If I know people are watching, I have no fear. It's very weird. I don't know where that comes from. If anyone has that same sort of feeling, just let me, I'd love to talk to you about it, obviously. But when people are watching, I'm usually not afraid. I usually feel like I have to lead people through whatever event is going on. I feel like I have people with me when I'm doing it. That's a good way to put it. I don't feel like I'm alone. And I think fear comes from being alone for me, to some degree, in a situation where you're not comfortable and you can't get out of it. But you can sort of get out of it if you're with other people. At least that's my belief. That might be, pie in the sky, but that's the sort of thing it is. So I don't think I'm going to do fear content of me playing. I know. Oh. Battlefield 1 is coming out. Civilization 6 is coming out. I enjoy those games. I don't know that people would go to my channel immediately seeking that knowledge. I enjoy World of Warcraft tanking, and I do feel like there's a huge gap there. But I don't know if that's a relevant gap, I don't know. I would probably say that less than 10% of my audience would be interested in anything that I would suggest. That's just the way the world works, right? If you go and look at content for other, you see a drop-off. And it's fair. It's fair. World of Tanks does exist. However, I think World of Tanks has way more problems than World of Warships could ever have. And I don't really want to be stuck invested in another wargaming product like that. What if they ban me? What if they don't like what I say? What if they change their mentality? Oh, we don't appreciate it when people publish information about our game. I'm pretty much screwed if I do that, right? So I would prefer something that could have a larger population, allowed a lot of teaching. There's a lot of room to grow as a player of the product. I wouldn't be opposed to playing or trying out new releases, but that's not really who I am, and that's not really the content I'm doing. I feel like people want to see the game. Obviously, I have a great setup for that, but there's so many people who do just that. I would be going into a space that I probably couldn't exist in. But this is why I ask you, what do you look for in YouTube content, Twitch content? Are you interested in anything coming up? What's your level of World of Warship's interest, would you say? I mean, it's okay to say that I just don't play the game. I like watching your content, or I play the game almost exclusively. I don't do anything else. I would just be interested and curious to see what people say about that. As far as the stream is concerned, I only stream 3 days a week. And it's World of Warships. I would just do that again. I don't know if I would add World of Warships days. I kind of want to add another game, or games, to play. I enjoy games. I mean, I would hope that everyone here enjoys some level of game. I prefer games that are historical, or have a great story, or something like that. Something that I can get into the lore, research it more, that sort of idea. I just don't have enough time to justify playing games for fun. Not in the amount that would sacrifice my business, clearly. I can't do that. It's not an option. But if I were to make content for this other game or games, clearly, and I do mean clearly, it would be for my job, and I wouldn't be sacrificing from anything. So I just want to throw that out there. I want to get your opinion on it. I mean, what do you think? We tried Armored Warfare. The population is so small. It was just so much more effort for so little gain, you know? I already do pretty well on viewership for content in World of Warships. I think I have the highest monthly views on World of Warships content. Yeah, there are people who are more successful, but they don't just do World of Warships. And yeah, there are people with more subscribers, but they don't do content every day for World of Warships. So, and I'm not seeing it grow. I'm not seeing it drop. It's staying pretty much the same. And that's okay. But usually when you do things, you want to see some sort of growth. And I'm just not seeing enough to justify one game. We've got to add something. And I don't really know what. I want to, see what you have to say. So I appreciate your listening to the alternative content. I know you're like, I won't watch anything but this. That's fine with me. You're not the audience, obviously, I'm talking to. I'm talking to people who are interested in other things other than this game. So, streaming. How's the streaming going? Well, it's going great. Again, 300 to 400 viewers every day. We are obviously very close to the max on streaming, and hopefully you enjoy it. I do make a fool of myself sometimes. Sometimes we talk about something that is controversial, like the Navigator mod. Boy, people were salty about that. I let everyone know exactly what I thought of it, and people were like, no, it's not giving you a huge advantage over your... Yeah, it is. Some of them would just blatantly say, no, it is giving you an advantage. Otherwise, you wouldn't use it. It's okay that it does. And Wargaming are completely fine allowing it, which is a little frustrating to me, but that's a different story. But the stream is going great. I am actively working on creating emoticons, so the Twitch chat will be a little bit more fun. You can... So, for anyone who doesn't know, emoticons are just images of an emotion. And in Twitch, you use it as a way to sort of celebrate the moment And the best example is if I'm getting close to an island, I see people immediately spamming my name. I want an emoticon that will be an island or something. So people feel like, yes, run into the island, come on! Actively cheering for it. That's what emoticons represent in Twitch. And that's what the chat represents in Twitch. It's sort of like being able to interact with everyone watching an event. And there is a level of interest and fun in that. I do enjoy talking to you. Your stories are great. I do care about you. And I try my hardest to answer every question that you might have. And I think I'm pretty successful at it just as a streamer. Not every streamer is as invested in their viewers as I am. Now, there are plenty of streamers that are as invested or more, but I would say, on the whole, a lot of people have a difficulty doing something and also engaging someone else while they're doing that action. And that is basically Twitch. You are basically doing two things at once, and you have to balance your attention. Obviously, nobody has the ability to split their attention. They just have to decide what is the important moment and what is to be sacrificed. The quality of the stream, I believe, is very high. Sometimes I drop frames. I need to be a little bit better. It's because I'm right at the edge of my CPU whenever I am encoding. And it's all about quality. We want the quality. I might have to bump up the CPU a little bit higher in order to get just a little bit more out of it. And I'm completely fine with that. The quad monitor is great. I do enjoy having the Twitch chat overhead. My monitor that I'm using right now is, it's very old. I could probably spend $100 and get a better monitor. And I probably will do that, honestly. I just have to get over to either Amazon or go out somewhere. You know, Micro Center, Fry's, Best Buy. These things exist here. I don't know if they exist where you are. But yeah, I'm really enjoying streaming. I do recognize that, you know, some people don't like it, and that's completely fine. Other people really enjoy it, but they can't watch on my stream time. You can rewatch it later, and I encourage you to. My title is, I try to stay very relevant with the content that I cover. Either ranked play, the Belfast, patches coming out. That's the sort of thing I try and do. So, we continue to do it. The stream will continue to improve, and we'll probably add more days to streaming other games. I hope that this was enjoyable. I hope that everyone's looking forward to the patch. Sorry to bust anyone's, joy about the British cruisers, but they're just not coming. They're just not ready yet. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.